Imagine you're a world-class athlete, standing on the starting line of an Olympic race. Your muscles are primed, your heart pounds with anticipation, and you've dedicated years to mastering every detail of your technique. But there's a crucial element missing the mental game. A lapse in focus, a surge of doubt, or even a simple miscalculation can cost you the gold medal. This isn't just an anecdote about athletic performance. It's a reflection of how our minds operate in every aspect of life. We are constantly faced with challenges, opportunities, and decisions that demand sharp cognitive function. Whether it's navigating complex social interactions, strategizing in business negotiations, or simply remembering where we left our keys, our mental agility plays a pivotal role in our success and well-being. However, much like our physical bodies require regular exercise to maintain peak condition, our minds need constant stimulation and training to function at their best. We live in a world that bombards us with information, distractions, and demands on our attention. These external pressures can take a toll on our cognitive fitness, leading to decreased focus, impaired memory, and difficulty making sound decisions. Think about your own experiences. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer volume of emails and notifications? Struggled to concentrate during an important meeting or conversation? For many of us, these are increasingly common occurrences, and they point towards a concerning trend. Cognitive decline is becoming a widespread issue in our modern society. The good news is that, just like physical fitness, cognitive fitness can be cultivated and improved through conscious effort and targeted training. This doesn't mean memorizing endless facts or engaging in mind-numbing puzzles. Instead, it involves developing a toolkit of mental models, powerful frameworks for understanding the world and making decisions that enhance our ability to think critically, solve problems creatively, and navigate complex situations with greater clarity and confidence. Building on this foundation of mental agility, we can unlock new levels of performance in all areas of our lives. Imagine being able to effortlessly retain information, make quick and accurate judgments, and strategize with precision. Picture yourself feeling calm and composed under pressure, confidently tackling challenges head-on, and consistently achieving your goals. This isn't a utopian dream. It's the potential that lies within each of us when we master the art of cognitive fitness. However, understanding this potential is just the first step. The real journey begins with exploring these mental models and learning how to integrate them into our daily lives. The journey begins with exploring these mental models and learning how to integrate them into our daily lives. But why are some people seemingly better equipped for this journey than others? Why do some effortlessly navigate complex situations while others struggle under pressure? The answer lies within the intricate workings of our minds, a landscape shaped by both conscious thought and unconscious forces. Building on this foundation of cognitive potential, we must delve into the psychology behind these mental models. Understanding why certain individuals excel in applying them, while others find it challenging, is crucial for unlocking our own cognitive potential. This is where the pioneering works of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung become invaluable guides. Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, illuminated the powerful influence of the unconscious mind on our thoughts, behaviors, and perceptions. He proposed that our actions are often driven by hidden desires, repressed memories, and unresolved conflicts stemming from childhood experiences. These unconscious forces can act as both a source of creativity and a barrier to cognitive clarity. Imagine a mental model like a complex puzzle. Its pieces need to fit together seamlessly for a complete picture to emerge. However, if these pieces are distorted or obstructed by hidden anxieties or past traumas, the picture becomes fragmented and incomplete. This is where Freud's concept of defense mechanisms comes into play. These unconscious strategies, while often protective in nature, can also impede our ability to process information objectively and make rational decisions. Jung, a student of Freud who later diverged from his teachings, expanded on the concept of the unconscious by introducing the collective unconscious, a universal reservoir of archetypes, symbols, and patterns shared by all humankind. He believed that these archetypal images influence our perception of the world and shape our individual personalities. Understanding how these archetypes manifest in our thought processes can provide valuable insights into why we gravitate towards certain mental models and struggle with others. Take, for example, the archetype of the hero. This powerful image often drives us to seek challenges, overcome obstacles, and strive for personal growth. It fuels our desire to master new skills and push beyond our comfort zones, essential elements in building cognitive fitness. Conversely, the archetype of the shadow can hinder our progress. It represents our hidden fears, insecurities, and repressed desires. If these negative aspects are not acknowledged and integrated, they can sabotage our efforts to develop mental agility and resilience. This leads us to a crucial question. How can we consciously navigate these intricate psychological landscapes? How can we harness the power of both conscious thought and unconscious forces to achieve peak cognitive performance? If these negative aspects are not acknowledged and integrated, they can sabotage our efforts to develop mental agility and resilience. This leads us to a crucial question. How can we consciously navigate these intricate psychological landscapes? How can we harness the power of both conscious thought and unconscious forces to achieve peak cognitive performance? Building on this exploration of archetypes, let's delve into the philosophical foundations that illuminate our path. Imagine Seneca, the Stoic philosopher who once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." His words resonate deeply with the concept of cognitive fitness. Our minds are powerful tools, capable of shaping our perception of the world and influencing our emotions. Yet, they can also become trapped in negative thought patterns, amplifying perceived threats and fostering anxieties that are often unfounded. Seneca's wisdom reminds us to cultivate a sense of detachment from our thoughts, to observe them without judgment and recognize their impermanence. By training our minds to be less reactive and more discerning, we can break free from the shackles of mental anguish and create space for clarity and resilience. However, this doesn't mean suppressing our emotions or denying the complexities of human experience. Nietzsche, another profound philosopher, urged us to embrace our shadow selves, to acknowledge the darker aspects of our nature as integral parts of who we are. He believed that true strength lay not in denying our weaknesses, but in confronting them head-on and transforming them into sources of creative power. In essence, Nietzsche encouraged us to cultivate a radical self-acceptance, to see both light and darkness within ourselves as essential components of a vibrant and authentic existence. This leads us to the concept of the shift. It's not about achieving some idealized state of mental perfection, but rather about embracing a continuous process of growth and transformation. Imagine your cognitive fitness journey as a series of interconnected spirals, each revolution deepening your understanding of yourself and the world around you. You ascend through these spirals by consciously engaging with both the rational and the irrational aspects of your mind. Cultivating intellectual discipline is crucial, honing your critical thinking skills, expanding your knowledge base, and engaging in rigorous mental exercises. But just as important is nurturing your emotional intelligence developing self-awareness, empathy, and the ability to regulate your emotions effectively. This integrated approach allows you to navigate challenges with greater clarity, resilience, and compassion. The shift requires a fundamental shift in perspective. Instead of viewing our limitations as obstacles, we can reframe them as opportunities for growth. Embrace discomfort as a catalyst for learning and adaptation. Cultivate curiosity as your guiding principle, seeking out new experiences and challenging your existing beliefs. Remember that the pursuit of cognitive fitness is not a destination, but an ongoing journey, a continuous dance between intellect and intuition, logic and emotion. Remember that the pursuit of cognitive fitness is not a destination, but an ongoing journey, a continuous dance between intellect and intuition, logic and emotion. This journey begins with self-reflection. Take some time each day to examine your thoughts, feelings, and motivations. Journaling can be a powerful tool for this introspection, allowing you to identify patterns and gain deeper insights into yourself. Ask yourself, what are my strengths? Where do I need to grow? What beliefs are holding me back? Building on this foundation of self-awareness, let's explore actionable steps you can take to cultivate your cognitive fitness today. One crucial aspect is to actively challenge your existing beliefs. Our minds tend to gravitate towards familiar patterns, even if they are limiting or outdated. However, true growth requires a willingness to question assumptions and embrace new perspectives. Engage in discussions with individuals who hold different viewpoints than your own. Read books and articles that expose you to diverse ideas and challenge your comfort zone. Remember, intellectual humility is not about being unsure of yourself. It's about recognizing the vastness of knowledge and the limitations of your own understanding. This leads us to the importance of continuous learning. Our brains are wired for growth, constantly seeking new information and experiences to process. Make a conscious effort to learn something new every day. It could be anything from reading a scientific article to taking an online course, learning a new language, or simply engaging in a stimulating conversation. The key is to keep your mind active and engaged. However, cognitive fitness isn't solely about acquiring knowledge. It's also about applying it effectively. This is where mental models come into play. Mental models are frameworks for understanding the world around us, helping us to analyze complex situations, make better decisions, and solve problems creatively. Explore different mental models from various fields like psychology, economics, history, and even art. Understand how they work, identify their strengths and limitations, and apply them to real-world scenarios. This process of actively integrating new models into your thinking will significantly enhance your cognitive agility and problem-solving abilities. Furthermore, don't underestimate the power of deliberate practice. Just as athletes train rigorously to improve their skills, our minds require focused effort to develop cognitive strength. Engage in activities that challenge your thinking, such as solving puzzles, playing strategy games, learning a musical instrument, or writing creatively. The key is to consistently push yourself beyond your comfort zone and embrace the process of deliberate practice. This brings us to the crucial element of rest and rejuvenation. Our brains are not machines. They require downtime for optimal performance. Ensure you get adequate sleep, engage in regular physical activity, and incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. These activities help to reduce stress, improve focus, and promote cognitive flexibility. Remember, true cognitive fitness is a holistic endeavor, encompassing not only mental stimulation but also emotional well-being. By integrating these actionable steps into your life, you can embark on the transformative journey of cognitive fitness. Remember, it's a continuous process, requiring dedication, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Now, remember, it's a continuous process, requiring dedication, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Building on this foundation of awareness, we arrive at the heart of cognitive fitness, mastering not just mental models, but also our relationship with them. These frameworks, these lenses through which we view the world, are powerful tools, capable of shaping our perceptions, influencing our decisions, and ultimately dictating the course of our lives. However, like any tool, their effectiveness hinges on our understanding and skillful application. We must cultivate a critical eye, constantly questioning the assumptions embedded within these models, recognizing their limitations, and seeking out diverse perspectives to enrich our understanding. This ongoing process of refinement and adaptation is essential for navigating the complexities of a rapidly changing world. This leads us to the profound realization that cognitive fitness is not merely about accumulating knowledge or honing analytical skills. It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous learning, open-mindedness, and intellectual humility. It's about embracing the unknown with curiosity, welcoming challenges as invitations for growth, and remaining perpetually engaged in the pursuit of deeper understanding. This journey inward, this exploration of our own cognitive landscape, is a deeply personal one, yet it's also profoundly interconnected. As individuals, we contribute to a collective tapestry of knowledge and experience. By sharing our insights, challenging assumptions, and fostering open dialogue, we create fertile ground for innovation and progress. Imagine a world where critical thinking flourishes, where empathy guides decision-making, and where the pursuit of knowledge is celebrated as the ultimate human endeavor. This is the vision that cognitive fitness empowers us to realize. It's a world where individuals are not passive recipients of information, but active participants in shaping their own destinies and collectively forging a brighter future. The path to this ideal may seem daunting, yet each deliberate step we take towards cognitive mastery brings us closer to our full potential. It's about cultivating the courage to question, the discipline to learn, and the wisdom to apply knowledge with compassion and foresight. This is not simply about optimizing our minds for peak performance. It's about awakening the extraordinary potential that resides within each of us. It's about recognizing that we are not limited by our circumstances, but empowered by our ability to think critically, creatively, and collaboratively. This is a call to greatness, an invitation to embark on a lifelong journey of cognitive exploration and self-discovery. Let us embrace the power of mental models, wield them with wisdom, and use them to illuminate the path towards a more enlightened future. The time for action is now. The world awaits your contributions. Let us begin,